What's going on, guys? It's your boy Thriller here, and we're here for week number 5 of the Ball to Joey Draft League. We are taking on False Fighter this week, and I know you may ask yourself, why are we on week 5? Shouldn't there be week 4? Unfortunately, Dobby himself, as you can see here, we unfortunately were not able to schedule. We could have gotten an extension, but I actually don't know what the time frame would have been until I got my work schedule. But Dobby also just felt bad because we were going to play Saturday, which was 6, 7 a.m. his time, which was 12 to 1 a.m. my time, and I was still up by then and I eventually fell asleep at around 2 a.m. But Dobby had overslept, and Dobby just only felt like it was right to give us the win. I doubled and triple checked with them to make sure if they were 100% okay with this. They said if they felt like it was only right thing to do. So we did pick up our first win, and we're 1-3. Also, this is a 9 week season. I thought it was 8 weeks, but it's 9 weeks. So if we do lose, we still have that blanket. But if we do lose, then it's pretty much went out to make our best hopes possible. So taking on False, his team is Infernape, Mega Altaria, Crawdot, Slowbro, Porygon 2, Vikavolt, Mega Ampharos, Wolverine, Azumarill, Parasect, and Quagsor, 10 points remaining on budget. Yes, he drafted a very unorthodox team, but unorthodox is what makes you very unpredictable, makes you very much of a threatening team because you don't know what's going to happen here. Like, in theory, my sand goes insanely crazy. Like, Earthquake Spam is literally just free. Ironhead has only the one check it needs, but Earthquake Spam and Rock Slide, that's all I need. It's just 2 stab moves and a rock move. That's all I need with SD. But the problem is this, though. I have a priority on Inferno, priority on Necrota, priority on Azumarill. And the amount of water types that he has actually can pose a bit of an defensive threat to me, but also playing offensive. So I had to really be creative this week, and I actually got really creative with a really cool set that I'm really proud of, and I'm hoping and praying it pops off this week. So if you guys are excited, let's get into this matchup. First thing first, so here's the team I expect him to bring. I expect pretty much his bulky core of Porygon 2 and Altar and Quagsire. I definitely expect this qualifier to be unaware. I am expecting more of like maybe a Cotton Guard set from the Altaria potentially. I'm expecting either a potential Life Orb, Scarf, Band, Specs on the Infernape, Banded or Life Orb on the Chronon, Banded or potential Belly Drum on the Azu in P2 to probably be more so the specially defensive wall on this team. I could see potential Sticky Webs being brought versus us. Sticky Webs is definitely a very annoying set into us and is very hard for us to deal with. Slowbro could still definitely come as a very annoying defensive fat mon that can just be really annoying for us. Wolverine actually has some viability, but I think it's crazy enough to be brought here. And then obviously you saw his Z captains was Mega Ampharos. The Ampharos and Altaria both have to run their Mega Stones, so only one of them will Mega, the other will basically just be a normal Pokemon at that point. But if Ampharos does come, it can hold the Z Stone, the Z Crystal, or the Mega Stone. It can't hold any other item. So that's it. For this is what I'm expecting here. And here's the team we're rocking out with. We're rocking out here with first Salamandra, pretty much rocking the exact same set as he did last time, except we're running Mono Dragon Pulse. Very, very, very risky set. I do understand that because unless this is a rest variant of Altaria, which I don't think it's going to be, I can 1v1 the Altaria fine and take any of its hits. Unless it's special. If it's special, then I'm effed. We are fully phase def, so we can be really taking on a lot of hits, running the rest into HP and special defense. I went with Dragon Pulse's main form stat was outside of Altaria. There's nothing really that stops this from just clicking this into him, which is really, really great. And if we don't see any Altaria, this pretty much just wins defensive, which is really great. Up next, we have Spooderman, our Galvantula, which is probably going to be my lead with this matchup and just get up sticky webs. If he has no way to remove hazards, I'm just going to go ahead and get these webs up here. Toxic is also just there to kind of toxic something and force some pivoting out and stuff like that. And then Thunder plus Energy Ball literally just checks everything that I need to. Focus Sash is also really good to counter potential lead on the Infernape, where I can just go straight for a Thunder, potentially get that thing either knocked out or get it paralyzed potentially, or force it to waste a set wasted sash, which I think is really important there as well. So Gavantula's job here is pretty much that we have to speed tie Infernape, unfortunately, in order to do stuff like that. Up next, we're rocking with Explout here. We'll rock out the Chopper Berry so we can take any fighting type attack with Taunt, which is pretty much designed to outspeed the most of the stuff that we are outspeeding, which is natural speed, and just stop them from doing it. Then Boom Burst, Side of Slap, Ice Beam, just in case Boom Burst, Ice Beam is a combination I need for something like Altaria. But Boom Burst is pretty much unresisted in my opponent's team as he does not have a Ghost type Pokemon, which I think is really good. And then Toxic's just really there. The Toxic downside is fat. 12 HP, 132 defense, max special attack modest, 112 in spit def. Up next, we have Rose Raid making a return this week, rocking out with the Black Sludge. And by her, I mean him. We're rocking out with a modest set. Now, this is a very somewhat risky set, but if it pays off for me, it really works. So this set is basically designed to outspeed Adamant Altaria and pretty much all of the bulk. We're running physically, especially offensive this week. We're running natural cure just in case if we get paralyzed. If some point is there, I could change this to poison point. Actually, I think I would have changed this to poison point before the battle here. Poison point just to be able to mitigate some of that. Black Sludge for recovery. Our 3 hits literally just destroy his team. There's nothing he can do to stop this mon from just steam room. So I'm hoping my boy Rose can put in the work here. We're bringing Malamar this week, and we're rocking it with Zellyberry. This is basically designed to be kind of an Orphan set, and this is a very tough set to go with, and I really cooked with this one. It's this and my last Pokemon that I really cooked on this week. We are running Relax, which is a very risky set into a team like this where we can take advantage of some speed tiers. But for what I needed to do here, I need to have this. So basically, we are here to run Superpower for Contrary Boost. But the big thing here is, real quick, I need to do this real quick. We need here is that we're Superpower for Psychic, which handles everything that we need to. And then we're taking a massive risk here by not having knockoff, but we're putting Hidden Power Grass. This is basically so where if I can be able to get a massive hit off on the Quagsire, HP Grass in theory should not get out, and we should be able to not stress about it, or we put him in range of where we can go for a Psycho Cut or Superpower on the following turn. I think this is a really cool set. Roselli lets me able to take a hit from the Altaria, and Chirkup is really good here in this matchup. So there was actually a lot of different sets I could have gone with here for a lot of Pokemon and stuff like that. But here's the set we cooked, baby, and I'm hoping that this set pays off. We are rocking Special Gyarados. We're rocking Modest. We have enough speed, I believe, for the Adam. Oh, this is Adam Altaria, probably. I think the Rose Ray was something else potentially. Maybe Crocker, like Crawdon, I think maybe. Anyways, basically, this is meant to be somewhat bulky, but it's meant to be especially offensive. I think Taunt to shut down anything that could potentially set up on us. Hidden Power Grass strictly for Quagsire, and then Surf plus Thunderbolt pretty much to hit everything else on his team. Obviously, this gets shut down by Mega Altaria, but this thing again can just be there to intimidate, pivot, and taunt. But I cooked with this set. I'm hoping that this team pays off. It's a really weird matchup. I'm not bringing some of my best stuff here, like I can bring Rodriguez, which would have done fantastic here as well. But who knows, man? We have to just really think outside the box, and I'm hoping this prep pays off. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get connected here with False, and we'll see how it goes. And we're here for the battle. All right. So Foss, he pretty much brings exactly what I expected, except he did bring Slowbro. He did not bring. He did not bring Quagsire. All right, so he pretty much brought exactly what he expected. Actually, I just realized something. This Dragon Ball set, actually, I should have probably put Thunderbolt on this set, actually. I should have probably put Thunderbolt over something. Ooh, it's gonna get fluffy here. Okay, so I'm pretty much gonna be doing one or two things here. I'm either gonna be leading off with my X-Cloud here, or I'm going to lead off with my Spooderman here. Seeing as he's got the Slowbro, I'm not gonna click. Yeah, so we'll have to see here. I think I'm going to... I'm going to check one calc real quick here. I want to see what's going to do me more here to have. In case it's an Infernape lead. Infernape lead, we have a roll to knock him out, whereas we don't get this roll here. I think... I'm going to take the risk here. I'm going to lead with X-Cloud. As Altaria is the lead. Perfect. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to taunt immediately. Hyper Voice. Now I get a free Toxic. And now I'm just Boom Bursting here. Fire Punch. Ooh, that's huge. He's Life Orb. This is gone. Big threat. Gone. Huge. That was his main form of speed right there. Okay. That is a massive threat gone. In comes the Crawl now. We are faster unless he is Scarfed. If he is for some reason banded, which could be the potential here. It's either banded or a potential SD here. Aqua Jet does 47 to 55 for Adamant. It does knock me out here. I could go into my Rose Raid here. Well, he's actually faster if he's max speed. Having this would be good for these three. But I think I can beat them, though, as long as it keeps them... So I think I'm fine with just going for Boom Burster. He's going to Aqua Jet here. Do we see Life Orb? We don't, so we most likely are going to be seeing, most likely, an Adamant set here. I probably am just going to go... I'm going to just go into Spooderman here. I'm Focus Sash for a reason. I'm going to go for the Toxic here, as Altaria does come in, which is nice. And I think we're going to make the pivot out into Rose Raid here. Keep our Sashing attack here. As we're going to see a Hyper Voice here. Does some good damage here. I'm going to go for the sub right here. As P2 does come in here, I'm going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb here. Try to get a poison on this thing. Don't get it. Try attack. Does break the sub, which is really unfortunate. I think I'm just going to go for another Sludge Bomb here, though. I'm going to force him to potentially recover here, as he does go for the Try attack again. Gets the Paralyze, which really sucks here. I'm just going to go Sludge Bomb here again. There's no reason to don't do. If we get the poison, that'd be huge. Okay, I just want to point out, that's 3 Sludge Bombs, 30% chance, so this means this has to poison now. Bruh. Bruh. Oh, God, that's so annoying, bro. Oh, so annoying. I'm gonna just go with Salamander here. I'm just gonna go for Toxic. Ugh, so annoying. That's so annoying. That's really, really freaking annoying. What did he bring here again? I forgot. It was Slowbro. Okay, so he's gonna go for this. He's going with this. Okay, so it was Slowbro. Which, again, I'm not too surprised Slowbro showed up. This was definitely something I could have saw here. So this is Try Attack and Recover, which is about what I expected. I believe this is definitely analytic by the fact that he did not have... Yeah, that happened. So actually, I want to quickly look here. I probably should have saved Rose Raid. Really thinking about it now, I really should have saved Rose Raid. Porygon 2. Sludge Bomb was doing 29 to 34. We did 23, so that probably tells me that this thing was Spadef. Yeah, that thing was definitely Spadef. So this is a Spadef Porygon, which is good to note there. I think I am. God, that's really tough, man. I really should have packed something on this. I think I definitely threw by doing that. I think instead of acid armor or sub, I should have probably packed a move to hit this thing, possibly. Yeah, that's bad prep. That was honestly bad prep. Uh, hmm. He's gonna hyper voice me. Maybe I shouldn't have been Wakamberry. Maybe that was a mistaken prep as well. Hmm. I think I sacked this. Yeah, I sacked this. I sacked this because basically I'm letting him take more chip damage from Toxic. I think that's how my gameplay needs to go. So I think I do here now as I go into this, I taunt. Okay, it's just a ruse. He hyper voices. Does 58 to me, bro. Mega, Altaria. Can I kill at the range that I'm at? No. Basically, I have to decide. I basically have to decide how I want to play out these turns. I'm gonna go for Surf. Yep, okay. I think here he either goes he either goes into Azu or he goes Crawdon, and I have to make the correct play here. You're going Crawdon. Yes, that's even better for us. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for the superpower here. Okay, he decides to stay in. Big crit, so that's fully Fizz Def. That does 0. That's AV. Yeah, that's gonna be game. Yeah, that's game. I can't beat this. I have to get crit on top of crit to beat this. Go for the toxic. Fire prep. GG's. I can't, like, that's just... Of course I can get the para! And he doesn't get paralyzed. Yeah, that was... I told you guys, when you face someone that is so unpredictable with their team, it's really tough. And to be honest, I probably threw this game by not prepping good enough. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with the Godra. I should have packed something like Ice Beam or Iron Tail for the Altaria. I really should have. Like, that's just stupid on my part. Maybe going to the Rose Raid on the Crawdon would have been. Would I have lived a hit from Crawdon though? That's the question. Well, I mean, I would have lived a hit, obviously. But was I getting two-shotted by Crawdon though if it was banded? It was banded. Actually, no, it wasn't. I should have made that play. I think if I actually had kept X-Plat around, I get another free Boom Burst off. I get a potential Toxic off. Definitely not getting a single poison on the Porygon definitely cost me a lot there too. Because then I could have maybe had a chance. I think in the long run, actually not going. Actually, yeah, not going. This guy first actually was a throw because then if for some reason that thing is like so low, I can just superpower for free. Psycho Cut spam. I have some bulk and stuff like that. And it's just what it is, man. I'm used to being a loser. It's all right. But now we pretty much have to win out. At least this wasn't a 5 or 6-0. At least I have that slightly happy. But it basically makes our 3-0 diff that we got now pointless. But GG's to False, man. I can't, like I said, he had an unorthodox team, and an unorthodox team can just catch you off guard. Great prep though from the Porygon though. I actually like that prep. Maybe should just went on the offense to scout. Maybe I don't know. I don't think the play would have mattered there. Life Orb, which was what I was expecting, was either Life Orb for Scarf or Specs, is what I was expecting in this thing. That made sense. This looked probably more of an offensive Altaria possibly than it was, so there was that. Sora was just fat, and then this had to be banded, obviously. And if it was double banded, I think that we would have still lost that game basically. But yeah, man, maybe bringing Rodriguez would have been a big shout here because unless his last move is toxic, he can't beat Rodriguez. If it's Shadow Ball, he beats it relatively fine. And yeah, I guess you know what, I probably should have. Maybe something like a sub, Nasty Plot, Leftovers, Shadow Ball plus Hidden Power Fighting. Yeah, I should have done that. That could have won me the game right there. But the thing is that set only wins if I get rid of Altaria or weaken Altaria down to the point, which like from what we were showing here, I was keeping it in check the whole time. So yeah, that's 100% on me. I definitely did not prep really well. I think I just really just didn't think out my stuff at all, which you know what, that's on me. I should have thought better. I really did. I'm sad that this didn't get a kill, man. The Gyarados set, I wanted it to get a kill so bad. The Malamar, at least we got to show off the tech. So yeah, that's just how it goes, man. And now we're pretty much in a situation where I think we have to now just win out because if we go 1-5. I'm pretty confident if we go four, like if we were to make it to 4-5, we need to literally win out at this point. Pretty much, I would probably have to say probably 5-0 or higher. So basically, if we lose the next 2 weeks, it's 100% over. But if we lose next week, it's literally having to prep insanely hard and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna have to make some changes because it's clear this team's not working for me. So probably like next week, and then if I make a lot of transactions, I actually will make a separate video so that way you guys can cut my thought process on this. But I'm not gonna take anything away from Falsto. He did a fantastic job. He prepped really good, and again, having that on World X team just really exposed you for a curveball. Like I had a lot of easy pieces, but I couldn't bring a lot of stuff. So because of the prep, could have brought 1 or 2 mods possibly that could have saved me. But who knows? But yeah, GG Sapolsky, he played great. He did a great job, and that's all I can say, man. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.